And we're back in the room, ladies and gentlemen, back on the for the second half of the Danny Buckler Show this evening with Jack Carroll. And it's a cracking chat so far. I hope you're enjoying it. And here comes Jack. He's coming straight back in. There's the request. And here we go. Please welcome back Mr. Jack Carroll, everybody.
3, 2, 1.
Hey, I got it right.
I'm back in the room.
I just hit it right for the first time since I've been doing these.
Brilliant.
I opened a portal and I summoned you, Jack.
Yes, indeed. Indeed. But yeah, no, I think should we let people are filing in now? That's
People
nice.
are filing in, yeah. My mate's been doing a lecture.
Yeah.
My mate Ben was doing a lecture on his feed tonight. It was supposed to last an hour and a half. And ended up lasting about 6 hours. And
Wow.
half of my audience is his audience. So
Did he have a slideshow and things like that? Was it?
No, he was just he does it in out of his own studio. He's got a company, Studio 52, and they do it out of a secret studio that I can't reveal the location of.
Wow. Indeed.
But he's been brilliant. He's been doing like these ones on here. He did like 52 nights on the bounce, doing interviewing like the most famous magicians in the world.
Oh, brilliant.
David Blaine was on it. David Copperfield.
Wow.
Unbelievable achievement.
Yeah. Uri Geller? Did Uri Geller do it?
Yes, he did.
Did he?
Weirdly, he popped up. Weirdly.
Wow.
He popped up. He did a 24-hour one for charity. So I have to finish it off. And up pops Uri with now I tell you, I have all these theories and like conspiracy theories and
yeah. He said he was an agent for Mossad the other week, didn't he? That's what he's been doing for the whole time.
That man is he fascinates me.
He said extraterrestrials gave him his power to bend spoons.
I've seen him bend a spoon.
Yeah, but I can do that. You can do that, can't you?
I can do that. I taught George Rigdon how to do that for his Edinburgh show.
Nice.
I don't know if he ended up doing it. I never saw it in the end, but I taught him how to do it.
His Edinburgh show was about meeting you together as a kid, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Nice. You just heat it up, don't you, with your like that?
There's a couple of ways of doing it. You bend it. And I don't normally give away magic secrets, but this is basically you bend it when they're not looking, or there's ways of preparing a spoon.
Mm.
We did it in a show in London. I was in a show in London with my mate Chris Power.
Right.
And it was a fraudulent psychic show. It was not an expose, but it was a humorous look at the world of psychics. And
yeah,
as part of it, I bent a spoon, and the way we did it was we had the spoons examined, and then the spoon got switched as it was handed to me.
Nice.
The one that had been prepared, and then I did the thing, and it bent and broke. And Geller came to see it because his name was in the title. Right. It was called Uri Geller Stop My Clock, and this was before internet. He had like a press cutting service, so he heard about it and turned up with what looked like a lawyer. And then afterwards, he came around the back of the theatre. He came into the dressing room, giving it all this. I love this show. It's so good, and it should be in the West End in a big theatre, yes, with big posters, and it should be bigger than this. And we were like, well, yeah, Yuri. And he goes, and have you ever seen me bend a spoon before? And I thought, what? But he's just seen me do it. He knows we know. He knows we know, and this is what he was trying to literally 100%. This is real.
Yeah.
So we find a spoon for him. And Ian, the other guy was in the show, Ian Keeble, finds this thick, heavy dessert spoon and goes, "Do you want to try with this?" He takes it off of him, and I was like burning his hands. I'm not going to look away from his hands for a second. I want to see it. And the charisma. He has this weird. When you're in the room with him, you cannot resist. There is no control. And he starts going, "Is there a radiator? If I stand by metal, I can channel the energy better." And I'm literally going like this, Jack. I kid you not. I don't know, Yuri. Let's have a look and see if is there one over. I can't see if there's a radiator here. How about over it? I just know the moment, and I remember thinking, oh, and I looked back and it was too late. He'd started rubbing the spoon, and well, now you see it's melting. It's becoming like cracked, and it bends. And the only thing I don't know about how he did it, because everyone else I see do it, the spoon just bends like that. And his spoon, the spoon he handed back at the end, it was curled like it had melted.
Right.
I'm not suggesting for a second that it's real, but he has a technique for doing it where it ends up bent in like a crescent shape rather than just bent. I don't know how he does it.
It's maybe a point on the spoon or something.
A point or a grip, like a leverage point, but all the. Yeah. I mean, for all I know, there could be a way of doing that now because I'm not really up on spoon bending.
Yeah, well, it's a very lucrative thing to be into, spoon bending.
He's made money out of it.
He has indeed. You would think though, if extraterrestrials were going to gift someone powers, they'd do something better than just bending spoons.
That's what I never understood. Of all the superpowers to have, it's not exactly Magneto, is it, from X-Men?
No, it's very specific. You know, you could never really save the day with that unless someone was like, that bloke who poisoned all his work colleagues by putting stuff in their tea. If you got to him whilst he was stirring the tea round and bent all the spoons in the kitchen, then you could save the day.
Oh yeah.
But you know,
hang on, mate, with the poison. Let me just work my magic in this kitchen.
Yeah, he's going. Is there a radiator?
If I stand in metal, it works better. Hang on. No, hold off with that. I'm just gonna.
There, Uri Geller saved the day. Hooray for Uri!
Hooray! Everyone, look at the TVs and think England win. Remember that night when he was trying to swing the World Cup? Just think England.
Apparently,
win.
He also,
and they went down 3-2.
He also did mind magic on both the elections so that Jeremy Corbyn didn't win.
That's a fairly. I think we all know that. Yuri's claiming credit there for something that was a foregone conclusion.
Oh God!
I think Corbyn's managed that on his own. God bless.
Yeah. That's the thing with because Corbyn's brother got arrested this weekend at the Hyde Park protests.
Speaking of conspiracy nutters, yes, he did.
But what I thought when I heard that was, his brother has been at the seat, well, next to the seat of the British establishment. Has that not been enough to convince him that people are too incompetent to create a global conspiracy?
You'd think so. You would think so.
Mm.
I mean, and I mean, Piers Corbyn. I mean, he looks nuts.
Mm.
I mean, if you're in a room and one of these guys in here is a conspiracy nutter, which one is it? If he's in the room, that's who you're like, with the hair and the white swivel eyes and the.
But yeah, you would think that the fact that Jeremy Corbyn's proximity to power would be enough for him to think that that it's not all a big game.
Yeah, and you would also think that Jeremy Corbyn's proximity to power and presumed desire to win, even though his desire to win an election, might make him want to go at some point. You know that nutter, my brother. I don't believe any of that.
Yeah.
Can I just point out that he's his own man, and I'm not down with this.
Yeah. He must because obviously if he's your brother, you presumably love him, but that must really have pissed him off.
Yeah. You feel like phoning him up. You know, I'm trying to be Prime Minister, right?
Yeah. You'd be going, for fuck's sake, I want to look after you and that, but you've just got to knock it on the head until I get in, and then,
Could you hold fire till after the election?
Yeah, exactly.
After the election, I'll march with you. But
yeah. I think it's interesting that people think that global capitalism would want to lock down the workforce.
I don't get these conspiracies. To what point or purpose?
Yeah,
he's making the billionaires richer. How?
Yeah, don't make any sense.
It just is.
Yeah.
They want to control you. Why? They just do.
Yeah, they want to kill all the people who work for them, right? Why would they want to? It's I mean, unless there is some sort of demonic thing where they do just want to, but you would think the Jeff Bezoses of the world have already got a pretty sweet deal anyway.
Yeah, there's a man who must surely be thinking, I want Amazon working, not this.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, I want people to have disposable income.
Yeah, exactly. So I think it's that sort of there's a sort of because it's always urgent as well with conspiracy theories. There's always something about to happen.
Yeah.
And then, back when I was 14, 15, I might have gone, that is an interest. But the more you live, the more you go, oh, that same thing that they said was about to happen, that's just the same as the next thing they've said is about to happen, but in slightly different clothing. And then the amount of times you get promised something's going to happen and then it doesn't, your interest and your belief, I suppose, starts to wane.
And it's also that weird desire to something that it was the South Park boys I heard say this years and years ago. It was about this desire to impose like a narrative structure on events that have no narrative structure.
Yeah.
Like this event is just happening. It's just there's a virus going around, and this is how it's being. That's all, and this is how it's being dealt with. But some people need to know who the bad guy is.
Yeah.
And they need the twist ending. Well, you thought the bad guy was this guy, but it's actually that guy.
Yeah.
Or there's good villains and heroes. They have to impose this narrative structure, the structure of a film, onto world events.
It's an interesting. There's a good book actually. It's a short book as well, so you might like to read it in lockdown. It's only 84 pages or something. But it's about that. It's by that playwright called David Mamet.
Oh yes.
It's called 3 Uses of the Knife: Essays on Drama. And he says that the dramaturgy is the whole thing. Like, you'll take something completely without cause and effect, relation to you, like the weather, and just say the weather's giving me a really hard time today or whatever. You create this, or the weather, like it's got some agency over what it's decided to do. And that's how we impose order on events.
Which is one of the things that Zen gets you out of. Funny enough, when we were talking about Zazen earlier on, you stop imposing that like it's not right. If I'm out there sitting and it starts to rain, there's nothing in the rain thinking I'm gonna make Buckles wet. Yeah, it's just what's happening, and nor is there anything in the rain saying I'm gonna make the seeds grow. Yeah, it's just raining, and then the seeds are just growing. Do you know what I mean? There's no.
Yeah, and I agree with that to a point, and maybe that's because you can't go on thinking that all the time, otherwise you'd never do anything.
No, you just have you have sitting on your stool, and that'll be the story of you. But
I do think there does seem to be, and that again, to go back to flow, that through meaning we impose order in consciousness. And so we seem to have an appetite for that. And, your Jungian blokes would say that was around before we were, sort of thing.
It's just a happening.
Yeah. Yeah.
And this virus is just a happening. A horrid happening, but it is just a happening. There's no conspiracy. Or maybe, I don't know. Maybe there is, but I don't believe there is. I don't think.
Well, also, what would it do for you? Like you said.
Yeah, exactly. There's no point.
Yeah. Although some people, and it is fun, like you say, you've been going down YouTube rabbit holes. It is fun to go down, to go, ooh, what if it does stimulate that sort of campfire curiosity, doesn't it?
It does feel like living in a film. Because my brain does go off into how am I going to survive? What if I never come back?
Yes, it's like it's more like an episode of Doctor Who, isn't it, or something? Yeah. You're waiting for the Doctor to pop in,
or somebody to sort of just to show up and say like I've got a blue pill and a red pill. do you want to know what's going on? Please.
Yeah. I think that's that's an interesting. Frankie put something on Instagram about that the other day, which was like the Matrix is just that's a simulation to stop him getting out of the real simulation, which is a depressing idea.
I love when he talks about stuff like that.
Yeah.
I want to get his comic book.
Rex Royd.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
It's on my to get list. I just never seem to get round to it. It's annoying, and I should do because I feel guilty actually. But
yeah,
is it good?
I've not read it actually, but it will be. That whole there's like it's interesting how there's such a big comics culture in the west of Scotland.
It's massive.
Yeah,
massive, and there's more comic shops there. I don't know. There's so many comic shops. In Edinburgh's got about 4.
Grant Morrison explained it because it was like that's where the American soldiers came. The end of World War II. And
was there not a submarine base there as well?
Yeah, so he grew up in the shadow of the submarine base, didn't he? In the nuclear warheads and that. Wild.
Fantasizing about Superman saving him.
Yeah, exactly. Well, Flex Mentallo, isn't it?
That's a cracking book.
I've got Flex Mentallo up on the shelf there.
Oh my God! I did the last 10 pages of that. I can remember sitting. I read that coming back from the Edinburgh Festival.
Yeah,
I bought it there.
Yeah.
Years ago, I was reading that on the train home, and that last 10 pages just.
That is one of the lovely bits about going to Edinburgh and Glasgow is that they have really good comics shops. And I don't really get that many comics nowadays. But if there's somewhere to pop in there, I will pop into like one of the stores there because they're serious about it.
Yeah, there's that one down. What's the street? The not where the City Cafe is. The other one.
Cabaret Voltaire.
Yeah, it's down that street. There's a comic book shop down that street, but it's a proper. There's nothing in there but comic books. There's like cardboard boxes. It's just literally cardboard boxes, shelves, and 2 sort of fat lads that know what they're doing.
Yeah.
When you say what you're into, they go like so they're pointing. Do you know what I mean? They'll talk you through. Whereas the Forbidden Planet's just like a toy shop, and there's a few comics in there if you're lucky. But
yeah, exactly. That's it. I haven't read a comic for ages.
No, I got Prometheus. I've actually dug a load out. I've got to get through the new Batman series at the moment.
Who's on that?
I've got is it Tom King? I could be getting that wrong. The guy that's writing it now, who I really like.
Yeah.
I could have just got his name wrong and shown myself right up. But he's like he's like an ex-special forces guy. Wow.
So he had first-hand knowledge about a brain.
Yeah, and he really writes Batman and Bane very, very well.
Yeah,
it's that side of them, that very kind of tactics and
because that's what's fun, I suppose, about Batman is the sort of that his superpower is being a bit of a bastard.
Yeah, a well-trained one.
Yeah, a well-trained, hard-nosed bastard.
I love that.
Yeah. Well, that's what we're all striving to be.
I certainly am.
Yeah.
Put that on my gravestone.
Yeah.
a well-trained bastard.
Yeah. What have you read anything in particular during the lockdown then?
Well, I've just started rereading Prometheus because I like it.
Yeah.
And I've just my brother bought me because what happened was when Morrison took over Batman.
Yeah.
I can't collect the individual, but I ain't got the space. That's just simple as that. I ain't got the space.
So you only reading comics then?
At the moment, I'm just working through the ones I've got. So I've got the first 2 volumes of Morrison's run on Batman. I'm going through them.
Yeah.
And I've got a bit of Prometheus on the go, and then I've just started reading Triumph and Torment, which is a comic book from back in the day. My friend Chris Power sent it to me as a present.
Oh, nice.
It's the Doctor Strange and Doctor Doom join forces to go on a very trippy mission.
That sounds cool. What's the best book you've ever read? Not comics, just self-development, spirituality, that sort of thing. What's the best one of those you've ever?
That's impossible to pin down, but the one that I return to the most is my friend Stephen's first book, because he put so much in it.
Yeah.
It's called Barefoot Doctor's Handbook for the Urban Warrior.
Nice.
A spiritual survival guide. It came out in the 90s.
Nice.
And it was really
It's got that
by...
sort of very 90s title to it as well. There's a
it was a counterculture classic. It was doing the rounds in the clubs. It's got a load of, because it's Taoist. His thing was Taoist philosophy, and he was a Taoist guy. But everything else, he called himself a spiritual slut. That was his little term. He passed away in January. He's a friend of mine.
Yeah.
And but that first book he wrote, everything, it was he wrote it, but it was also a distillation of the time he spent with R.D. Laing and Frank Kramer, who was another friend of his.
Yeah.
And it was where he was. It was my age when he wrote it as well, which is quite nice. And it was like where his life had led to up to that point, and it's just a beautiful. Yeah. I'll give you one. I've got about 15. It's a book I collect, and I'll give it to people.
Oh,
I'll pass it on. So next time we gig, I'll bring one down for you.
Yeah, lovely, man. Thank you. Well, I'll see you in 2022 with that book.
Oh, yeah, I'll be seeing you in 3 years' time when gigging comes back online. If it even does.
Yeah, indeed.
Do you think there'll be a change in comedy after this?
I think, well, it'll either go one or two ways. I don't think there'll be any middle ground, will there? There won't be. It'll either be people reluctant to go out and still staying at home when it first comes back, or it'll be hordes of people glad to get out the house.
That's what I'm hoping for. Like everyone was saying to me, no one's going to want to sit next to anybody else in a theatre or a cinema or in a comedy club. And I'm like, really? Because I'm looking at my phone and they're all doing congas.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? In the middle of the lockdown, they're having street parties. And so...
I think, and that's the thing as well, I think, as much as, I don't know about you, but it's hard to connect with the reality of it. I don't think people view it as an imminent... I'm back on there. Yeah, I don't think people view it as an imminent danger. Do you? Like, I don't think.
No, it feels like a movie.
Yeah,
it feels like it's happening to somebody else.
Yeah. So, I suppose there's that might count in comedy's favour.
Yeah, I'm hoping it comes back, Jack. I miss it.
Yeah. I think. Well, you've got to take the positives, haven't you? Which is there's a sort of you've had to you get to do more discursive sort of stuff that isn't just linear and that, and you've got to we've had time to think about, well, like you say, you're bursting with energy and creative ideas to actualize what you get out of the thing. What's been interesting is I've been doing some story shows on here because I don't think stand-up works. No. But I do think stories do. At least they seem to for me. People, well, I'm purely going. I've got no idea what people are enjoying it or not. But the feedback I'm getting is people enjoy those and want more of them. And it's made me a better. I believe it's going to make me a better comedian at the end of this. Yeah, certainly a different one. And then also, I think as well there is an interesting thing of some people's lives have gone by and not much has happened, but we're getting to live through a bit of history, I suppose, as well. This is like a globally important moment that we're getting to live through, which I suppose is, well, it might not be comforting, I suppose you can sort of take a bit of meaning from that or something. Absolutely, yeah. Yeah. I'm very aware that the hour is getting late, Jack. Has anyone got any questions in the comments for Jack before I let him go? That would be great, actually. Just finish off with a bit of Q&A. Anyone got any questions for Jack about anything, the things we've chatted about? Or if you've asked a question already and I've not seen it in the stream, ask it again. I'm moving back up. Can you move it from where you are? Yeah, I can. Oh, go on, have a look, yeah. Where are we? Is there any questions in there? Oh, Alex, who was the makeup designer on the film, has commented. All right. Says she likes my glasses. Everyone else thinks they make me look like Jeffrey Dahmer, so that's nice. I like your glasses. You don't get Dahmer vibes? No Dahmer vibes. No, just an intelligent young man. My brother said they make you look like Jeffrey Dahmer. I said yes, but there's a reason why those blokes went back to his flat. He must have been handsome.
It was the frames.
Yeah.
Someone's asked if I can repeat that book title. Yes, I can. It's called Barefoot Doctor's Handbook for the Urban Warrior, a spiritual survival guide. And you can get it on Kindle at the moment and on Amazon. That's that book. That's the only question I think we're going to get. I think everyone's, no questions here.
Conspiracy, the government started it, is one of the comments.
Conspiracy, the government started it.
Yeah. Do they mean this podcast?
Yeah, this is what this is. This is part of the conspiracy. I'm working for the Archons.
Yeah. Well, I think maybe
infecting 8 people at a time.
if they had someone as thoroughly decent as you working for them, I reckon I could get on board.
Oh, that's very kind of you. What a lovely place to work. Thank you, Jack.
Yeah, well, it's lockdown, and we're all community and all that.
Absolutely. This is what it's all about. My friend Ben keeps saying he's done that with the magic community. It's about, connections, isn't it, at the moment?
Yeah, definitely. And, you have to find different ways around it. But it's good that we've had, I suppose, a bit of time to have a chat and stuff.
Yeah, I've enjoyed this very much, Jack. I'm sure you're knackered because this is like your third gig of the night.
Yeah, I'm going to, I think I'm going to go to bed having learnt a lot of stuff as well, so that's good.
Oh, me too, mate. Yeah, it's been a really lovely chatting. Will you come back?
Yeah, man, definitely. Give us a shout whenever you want, really, because I think there's a lot of stuff still to cover.
Excellent. Yes, there is. There is indeed. Yeah.
Yeah.
Someone thinks you're cute, Jack.
Oh, are you sure that's to me?
I'm quite sure that's to you because no one's ever come on here and said anything about me. So
there I am being self-effacing.
It's absolutely about you. Right, mate.
Well, lovely stuff, man. Well, that's been awesome. And
really, yeah.
Just give us a shout when you want to do it again, and I'd be more than happy.
I will indeed. Yeah. Take care, man. Have a good weekend.
All right, man. You too. See you soon.
Cheers, Jack. Good night.
Bye-bye.
And that was Jack. There you go. Well, thank you everybody for tuning in for my chat with Jack. That was a good time. Some good stuff covered there. And I'll see you on the next one. Thank you very much indeed. If you're enjoying my little live streams and you know anyone that you think might enjoy them, feel free to spread the word and let people know. And what else can I tell you? What's happening this week? I'm not doing one Sunday. Oh, yeah, there'll be a Zen Time with Buckles, probably tomorrow afternoon. I'll advertise it in my stories because I have to kind of arrange to have the space. So, but yeah, that's my little meditation chat. If you want to come and join in on that, that's quite a nice time. And that'll be Saturday afternoon. Yeah, and so, but until the next one, thanks very much for tuning in. Loads of love. Be careful, and I'll see you next time. Take care, everybody. Good night.